This is what we can expect from this week's set of modules. So week 3, it's from February 21 until February 25. So for 5 days. Okay, I'll have the subjects assigned for each day. So Tuesday, let's begin with AP. So what's in store for AP? Ito, nakalagay dito. Using the SLM, pag-aadal sa kaan pisikal na kapalibutan. So, ang topic na ilaladawan ang epekto kan pisikal na kapalibutan sa pag-adal. So, this refers yung home study. Kasi bawal pa naman ang face-to-face. So, starting with gibbon 1, i-drawing mo sa logan kaon sa imong lugar adalan sa harong, then koloran ini. So, nasa page 2. So, yung study area. Next one. Sa gibuhon 2, lagan check ang apat na rason or 4 reasons na nakakaribaraw sa pagkanood. Alin ba nakakaistorbo kapag nag-aaral? So, choose 4 from this listed in the box. And then, gibuhon 3 naman, i-drawing sa laogan puso ang sa imong harong, saka sa palibot kay ini, i-drawing man ang duwang bagay na kanang kakatabang sa imong pag-adal. Anong ng mga nakakatabang? And then, gibuhon 4, isurat sa gurit bago ang numero ang check kung ang sitwasyon nakakatabang sa pagkanood as in an X naman kung the A. So it's from number 1 until number 5. Okay. So another for Tuesday is ESP. So yan, using the SLM. Katayuhan, nakasusunod sa utos ng magulang at nakatatanda, nakapagpapakita ng mga paraan upang makamtan at mapanatili ang kaayusan at kapayapaan sa tahanan at paaralan tulad ng pagiging masaya para sa tagumpay ng ibang kasapi ng pamilya at ng kamag-aral, pagpaparaya at pagpapakumbaba. So, yan ang topic para sa ESP. Starting with gibuhon mo 1, piliin ang minasunod na sitwasyon ang pwede mong gibuhon tanganing mamantinir ang katanosan sa kakatuninungan sa indong harong sa kaeskwelahan, bilugan, and letra. So, different situations, you have choices A, B, or C. B, bilugan. So, it's until the next page. Next naman, pagpapararom or short discussion. And then, gibuhon 2, i-drawing ang puso kung ang pangusap nagpapagiramdom ng pagkahumilde or humility, pagiging mapagpakumbaba. Sa kabituan naman kung nagpapagiramdom ng pagpapahunon. So, ibig sabihin, pinapauna mo na ang iba. Okay, next, gibuhon 3 naman, check kung ang pangusap nagsasabi ng tama, saka X kung sala. So, there are 5 items para sa gibuhon 3. And then, magaining practice on basahon. So, at the same time, you can include this as your prayer. So, in mother tongue, so maganda rin na practice ng pagbasa. Okay, next, for Wednesday naman, let's have English. So, this is about use words related to self, family, school, and community. So, parang let's add more words that we learn. And then at the same time, we need to learn how to write them, how to spell them. So, different areas. So, practice task 1, yan ang gagawin. So, ito, you have to read it. And then, next is, you need to answer these questions by encircling the letters. So, you have choices A, B, or C. For practice task 2 naman, can you recall the story Lina is going to school? So, this story is found on the previous page. And what does Lina have in her bag? Color them. So, alin ba yung mga nabanggit? Next, cooling down. So, there are descriptions statements for a specific, that will describe for a specific place or a thing. So, encircle your chosen letter, A, B, or C. And then next, you need to write the words related to self, family, school, and then community. So, what what words can you think, can you relate with this heading? Una, members of the family, their names, then the things inside your bag, the places you visited. So that's what you have to do for the last part in English. And then for science naman, this is about comparing mass and ordering mass. So, in relation to the previous module, so yung different materials. So, ito naman, we are after how light or how heavy. So, for this week's topic, so to identify materials based on their physical observable properties, compare the mass of one material to another using arbitrary and or standard measures, order materials from greatest to least or vice versa using their mass measurement as basis. So, yan ang gagawin. May mga instructions for each part. So, activity and analysis 1, you need to use the words heavier than, lighter than, and the same as for these 3 figures. And then for analysis 2 naman, ito naman, you need to look at the objects shown to you. And then you fill in the blanks for the number of kilograms. And then you need to answer which object is heaviest and then which object is lightest. And for activity and analysis 3 naman, you need to list down the materials from heaviest to lightest based on the figure. You need first to fill in the number of apples, which is which will measure yung parang weight, or mass. And then at this on the last part, you need to put them in order from heaviest to lightest. And then abstraction, what are the words used to tell the mass of materials? List them down here. And then this is the discussion part, followed by application. Encircle the letter of the statement that describes the mass of the objects presented. So you have choices A, B, or C. So that's for number 1 until number 3. But for part B naman, think of 3 things found in your kitchen. Draw them according to their mass from heaviest to lightest. So anong naisip mong bagay na which is found in your kitchen? So draw them from heaviest to lightest. And then don't forget yung reflection. You just put a check on the proper column. So if your response is yes or no. And for Thursday naman, we have MTB. So for MTB, interpret a pictograph. So nandyan, for gibuhon mo 1, there's a pictograph about libro na sinubli kan mga eskwela. You need to understand first what it shows and then sagutan by encircling. So, bilugan ang tamang simbag A, B, or C. So, number 1 hanggang number 5. Gibuhon to naman another data sa ipahiling sa pagining pictograph ang mga minasan na detalye gibuhon ini sa kahon sa baba. So, this time, you need to show it using a pictograph. Itang data, nandito naman yung gagawan mo ng pictograph. And then, a short discussion about pictograph. Gibuhon 3 naman. So, a pictograph about greening project sa Barangay Maugma. And then, don't forget pala, may may legend, bilang na 5, ang kada sarong drawing igwang bilang na 5. So, for one picture of a tree is equal to 5. And then, there are questions from number 1 hanggang number 5. So, yan ang sa MTB. Okay. Next, also, with MTB for Thursdays, we have PE. So, what's in store for PE? Marikas saka maluyang hiro, magabat saka magian na hiro. So, fast and slow, heavy and light movements. Kasi natalakay na natin ang locomotor. So, locomotor and then non-locomotor. So, this time, iba naman. Ibang, kumbaga, ibang observable properties. So katuyuhan sa leksyon na ini inaasahan na demonstrates the difference between slow and fast, heavy and light, free and bound movements. And then demonstrates contrast between slow and fast speeds while using locomotor skills. Sa mga gibuhon, ilaag sa laog kan puso, ilaag sa laog kan puso an nagpapahiling sa ibig sabihin drawingan mo ng puso nagpapahiling magabat na hiro sa kakahunan kung ini nagpapahiling magian na hiro. So meron dito sa likod pa 5 figures or 5 pictures in all. Gibuhon ta naman laga na yung check ang blanco kung tama as in x kun sala hanggang number 5. And then, iba-iba naman. So, pagkakaiba ng fast and slow. Tapos, heavy and light. Tapos, maning free movement, bound movement. So, I will discuss this more in the lesson video. Gibuon 3 naman, bilugan ang mga ladawan na nagpapahiling maluyang hero as in ekisan an marikas na hero. So, we have here 5 different animals. Gibuhon 4, laga na ni check kung kayang gibuhon ang malaya asin dai malayang paghiro asin lagan x kung dai kayang gibuhon. So this is up to you. It depends on what you can do. So ang gibuhon 4 walang maling answer. Okay, for Friday, we have Filipino. So Friday, Filipino. So, ito ay tungkol sa nagagamit mo ang mga salitang pamalit sa ngalan ng tao, kagaya ng ako, ikaw, siya, tayo, kayo, sila. So, paano ba siya nagagamit? So, meron dyan mga halimbawa, maikling pagpapaliwanag kung paano nagagamit ang bawat pamalit sa ngalan. So, gawain 1, kahunan ang angkop nagamiting pamalit sa ngalan ng tao. So, basahin ng maayos bago magkahon ng napiling sagot. Gawain to naman, gamitin ang wastong pamalit ng ngalan ng tao. Pipili kayo kung ako, ikaw, sila, siya, kayo, at tayo. So, ilalagay sapat lang simula number 1 hanggang number 5. Gawain 3 naman, sumulat ng maikling usapan or dialogue ng iyong kapamilya na kung saan gamitin ang ako, ikaw, siya, tayo, kayo, at sila sa usapan. So, siguro dito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pili lang kayo ng 3 na magagamit nyo. So, gawin ito dito na sa linya. And kasama sa pang Biyernes o pang Friday ay ang math. Okay, sa math naman, groups of halves and fourths of equal quantities. So, ito yung nabanggit ko. Kung ang previous module, it's about 1/2 and 1/4 of a whole. Ito naman is sets. So, paano ba kung hindi na lang siya 1? More than 1. So, paano ba siya ma-determine ang 1/2 and then 1/4? So, visualizes, represents, divides the elements of sets into 2 groups of equal quantities to show halves. So, pag sinabi palang halves, 2 groups, and 4 groups of equal quantities to show fourths. So, when we say fourths, there are 4 groups. Okay, so meron diyang task 1. Meron ding gibuhon mo 1. So, this pertains to the number that should be written. So, 1/2 kan equals blank. So, wag lang maduling sa pagbilang. So, task 2 naman, this is about fourths. So, may discussion and then may hahanapin ka naman. So, this time, it's 1/4. Anong 1/4 kaning mga ido equals? Yan ang answer dapat. Next task 3, piraan 1/2 kan grupo. So, paano ba nahati? Paano ba magkakaroon ng 1/2? And this time, it's 1/4. Paano naman makukuha ang 1/4 for a group or for a set? So, meron diyang konti explanation and then gibuhon mo 3. So, kung itang 1/2, ano kayang 1/2 and then total, or the whole, kung magkakasama na siya. So, that's 4, gibuhon mo 3. And then part B, this pertains now to 1/4. So, yan ang math. So, all in all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 subjects in all. So, most likely, para mas madali, huwag niyong ubusin sa isang araw. So, mag-ano kayo ng, you set a study time para magamit niyo yung natutunan sa AP. So, 2 subjects per day. So, para you can enjoy your weekends, yung Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday, the following week, you are now ready to submit the module. So that's it for week 3. Goodbye.